the NWA Kid Podcast. Be sure to subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome to our NWA Kid Podcast. I'm here with Dr. Something or Other and
The NWA World Champion, Paulie Walnuts. Say hi, Paulie. Paulie's 8 weeks old now, going on 9 weeks. All right, we'll let him go play. All right, kid.
so we have big news for this week. This Wednesday, I'm interviewing Thunder Rosa, and sorry we couldn't get back to you sooner. We were on a trip and someone took our electronics away.
Yeah, that was my fault, Thunder Rosa. So that's why she didn't get back to you. We were on a little bit of a family trip with the long weekend here. So I took the electronics away from everybody, so that's why she didn't get back to you. So that's my fault.
Device-free weekend.
Yes, well, just for Saturday, right? But so how do you feel about that? You know, talking to Thunder Rosa, because I know how much you like her. So how do you feel about that? Like that you're actually gonna get to talk to her?
It's like really shocking that she'd want to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of everyone, me. But I'm just really happy about that, and just a big thank you.
All right, awesome. And again, thank you from me and my wife, Thunder Rosa, for supporting her and helping her out with everything that she's doing. All right, what are we getting into this week, kids? So we got the NWA Powerrr from January 14th. We're a little behind because of our little break, but what do you want to get into?
The Dawson's match. Like, I was talking to you while we were watching it. It must have been, like, heartbreaking, like, if their mom watched it, because it's hard to watch your two sons fight, like, professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, something like that. Like, you'd probably have, like, no problem watching them, like, fight somebody else, because it's not your other kid.
Sure.
So
you felt bad for Mama Dawson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that must have been hard to watch.
I'm sure it was, yeah. That was a pretty good match.
Mm-hmm. And Zayn ended up winning.
Yes. Yep.
What were your, like, what did you think about that?
I thought it was a tough fought match. Focusing on the hand was a big upper hand, not to use it in the same sentence, but to try to get his opponent down. But overall, I thought it was a hard fought match, and like you said, it had to be tough for Mama Dawson to watch that.
Yeah. So I just think it was hard for them to fight each other too, since they probably have such a good brothers bond because they're both on the same tag team match.
Sure. And they probably know what each other can do because since they fight together, they're brothers, they probably know...
They probably train together.
Sure, they train together so they know what each of them can do.
Their weaknesses.
Correct.
Like if you live with somebody for like more than 20 years of your life, you must know their weaknesses or something.
Sure.
Like
and their strengths, right? So
yeah.
Weaknesses and strengths.
And how to like avoid their strengths and how to like activate their weaknesses or something.
Okay.
So the next match I want to talk about is Ashley Fox and Melina.
Yes, so we know Melina is in with Thunder Rosa and Marty Bell, who I know are some of your favorites. So this was a pretty interesting match.
Yes, it was very interesting. But I feel like Ashley Fox was there for revenge against Melina and her group.
Okay.
Because Thunder Rosa, as you know, like twisted her arm back or something, and like Thunder Rosa and Marty Bell beat her, like in some of the matches. And so I think Ashley Fox was there for like a little bit of revenge.
Okay. Also supporting Allison Kay as well, who we know has issues with Melina and Thunder Rosa. And Marty Bell, of course, who was her friend at one time.
Yeah, she thinks... I honestly have mixed feelings on who did wrong and who did right.
Okay.
Because neither of them really did wrong or right. So it's kind of confusing, like, going back and forth between them being friends and not being friends. Like it's hard to explain, like, how... Nobody, they backstabbed each other, I think.
Okay. So what did you think about the match then? What did you think about Ashley Vox and Melina in the ring?
Well, they were both determined to win, but we all knew who was going to win.
Oh, really? You thought that was, yeah? You think Melina was just too strong and...
Well, I'm not saying Ashley Vox was strong, but Melina is stronger.
Okay. Melina's finisher was unbelievable. The way she just took out Vox with the leg and, took her right down to the canvas.
Split.
Yeah, and, that was pretty much the end of it. But I want to pick your brain on something. So, at the end of that match, Melina called out Allison Kay and challenged her to the Women's World Championship, which is going to happen next week. How do you feel about that? Because I know you think somebody else is more deserving of that title shot than Melina.
Well, I think Melina can get the title, but then I also think Thunder Rosa deserves the belt. Okay. But in the future, Thunder Rosa might want the belt, so they might have to... But it'd be really confusing to fight, like, your own team, or, like, to wrestle your own team.
You're right, so I'm going to put you on the spot here, okay? Did Melina deserve that title shot, or should it have gone to Thunder Rosa?
I'm too big of a Thunder Rosa fan to say Melina deserved it.
So you think Thunder Rosa deserved it? All right, you heard it here first, folks.
And if Thunder Rosa can beat ODB, she can beat Allison.
Right. Okay. So that's...
Because ODB's one of the most powerful female wrestlers.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. We're going to see what comes of that, but I have to say I agree with you. I think Thunder Rosa should have had the shot. I think personally she's proved herself more in the ring. She's had a lot more matches, and I think the shot should have gone to her. This is a little confusing as to why this is happening the way it is.
This is hard to say, but I kind of want Melina to lose that match so Thunder Rosa can have a shot.
Okay. Yeah. Or...
Because I don't want them to turn on each other, because that's a great tag team match. Because if they have to... Let's say Melina got it, and then Thunder Rosa has to wrestle her, that's probably going to bring the team apart.
Sure. Sure.
If Thunder Rosa might be mad if she doesn't get it, or Melina might be angry at Thunder Rosa and kick her out of the team because Thunder Rosa got that belt.
Yeah, right. Good points.
But I have a prediction kind of if Thunder Rosa does get the belt, she'll probably leave the team because it'd be too hard to face your own team. Okay. If Marty Bella or Melina wanted to go back to get the belt.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so that was a really good match. A lot of interesting things happening there.
So many predictions. Yeah. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's the NWA. Nobody knows.
Exactly. All right, so what do you want to touch on next?
Nick Aldis and the invading of
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I've never seen a match of Ring of Honor because I don't know where Ring of Honor is until they showed it. Okay. Because we mainly watch
NWA. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so he went to another rival organization and basically took the time to show them who the real world's champion is. Yep. So a lot of things...
And he took down one of their wrestlers.
Exactly.
I don't know the name because...
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, again, I don't follow Ring of Honor either. I follow NWA, so... NWA. Yeah, well, I agree with you, but... So, we're going to see what happens with that. That's going to be at the Hard Times pay-per-view, which is coming up this Friday. If you haven't already pre-ordered that, we have. If you haven't already ordered that, you need to get on that right now because that is coming up.
Some interesting matches.
Yeah, that's it. And that's coming up this Friday, January 24th. And there's also going to be the NWA Television Championship on the line. All right, what's next, kiddo?
Well, Outlaw Inc. versus Shooter Stevens and question mark.
That's right. Outlaw Inc. versus Shooter Stevens and question mark. So what'd you think about that?
Oh, excuse you. Outlaw Inc. Well, they're good, but I don't think they should have wrestled because like they had something wrong with their like. One of them had something wrong with their arm.
Okay.
I think, and then Shooter Stevens had no right to pull that off of his arm, so I don't think he should have because like the tape or something, ATV or something. And then the ref started yelling at him.
Yeah.
But that should have been like he should have been like they should have like been in trouble for that because
disqualified. You think they should have lost the match?
Well, Shooter Stevens should have. Question Mark did nothing wrong.
But they're a tag team, so if one gets disqualified, they both get disqualified.
Yeah, that's the thing about having a tag team. You have to.
Because we saw that with
Ken Anderson and Colt Cabana.
That's right.
When Ken did something.
Yeah.
I don't remember the match.
He got in the referee's face, and
I think he grabbed the referee.
Yeah, grabbed him, and then
But then Colt Cabana got a 3 count according to us if we counted correctly. And then he would have gotten like a 4 or 5 count.
Yeah.
But
the
ref, honestly,
you're still on that, huh?
The ref was still dealing with something.
Yeah. So let's go back to Outlaw Inc. and Shooter Stevens and the question mark.
So it was either I think Eddie Kingston or I don't know who was. I don't know the other guy's name in Outlaw Inc. But
I'm letting you run this. I'm not helping.
Because I don't really pay attention to the Outlaw Inc.
Okay, why?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Well, because I don't see them in matches a lot.
All right.
So one of the guys like stepped at Aaron, and he just started screaming and ran out of the ring. So that was funny.
Okay.
And also, question mark took them all down except for Shooter Stevens.
Yeah. Using that Mongrovian spike. Oh, yeah.
To the neck is going to take you out.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm surprised Eddie Kingston didn't pass out.
Well, he was having trouble breathing. He was over in the corner. He was definitely having trouble breathing. All right.
Yeah. And so the wild cards and Scott
Steiner. So NWA, and I've watched Scott Steiner since I was a kid, so I've known a lot about him. This was the first time she saw him, so being from my generation, we know that anytime you give Scott Steiner a microphone,
he'll start cursing.
Well, you haven't seen the stuff from the past. Anytime you give Scott Steiner a microphone, you are rolling the dice. You're gambling. You're playing a tough game there. So I thought he was pretty. He was excellent on the mic as always, and I think he behaved himself for the most part, considering some of the stuff I've seen him do in the past. But you're not allowed to watch any of that stuff.
Now I'm gonna go on my iPad and search that up.
No, you're not. I got parental controls on it. Good. So you wanted to talk?
Somebody's trying to get downstairs.
Yeah, that's all right. She's fine.
So I think they made a good choice, but the Rock and Roll Express, no.
What'd you think about their choices?
Eli Drake, great choice.
Yep.
Tim Storm, great choice.
Yeah.
But poor Eli, he just kept getting beat.
Yeah. He had a tough match there.
Well, he ended up winning in the end.
Exactly. So
it ended up with a free for all at the end, basically.
Oh yeah, everybody was all over the place, but
I don't think the ref could keep control. Like, okay, whatever.
Well, it's 6 guys and 1 ref. There's only so much.
Especially when you have Scott Steiner, you got the Rock and Roll Express, you got Tim Storm, you got Eli Drake, you got the Wild Cards. They have Wild in their name.
That's it. So you had a lot of people around there. So what?
They probably needed like three refs just to like keep them all in.
Oh yeah.
Or like all of them just in the ring.
Yep.
To stay in the ring.
So you're one of the very big Aldis supporters. You always stand with Aldis. So after what you saw this week and everything, do you still stand with Aldis?
I do.
But
Aldis is screwed.
Why do you say that?
He's gonna have to face Ricky Morton.
Really? You think that's going to be that big a challenge? There's a huge age difference there.
Well, I don't know if you saw the match or something. I don't know. But in one of the previous NWA things, the Rock and Roll Express, I think it was Ricky Morton, took one of the Dawsons out in just like the first few minutes. So the Dawsons are like 20, 30 maybe.
All right.
And the Rock and Roll Express are like, I don't know.
Much older.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they took, and the Rock and Roll Express had no problem doing that. They didn't get hurt.
All right.
So they took them out like the light. So I'm not really worried about them. Okay. I'm more worried about Nick Aldis.
Okay, so you're...
And his belt.
So you're worried that Aldis might lose the championship.
Yeah. But he'll probably get better in time.
But like, you still stand with Aldis?
I do, but I'm worried for him because...
Wow, you're worried for him. Okay, we're going to have to see what happens. So a lot of great things happening with NWA, right? All right. So we'll see what happens this Tuesday. Again, we want to thank everybody for watching, right, Nicoletta?
He looked petrified.
Who did? Well,
Nick.
Oh, you think he looked petrified? Why?
I don't know. Because his face was like...
At the very end, right?
Yeah,
well, I don't think he ever thought that, a combination team of the Wild Cards and Scott Steiner were going to lose to anybody.
Well, they brought out the big guns.
Yeah.
Tim Storm and Eli Drake.
That's right.
So, good luck.
That's right. Yep. So anything...
And the wild card. It's not wild card. It's...
Yeah, that's it.
Like half of the team.
Yeah. It was a great 3-on-3, but like you said, your friend there, Mr. Aldis, ended up on the short side of the stick.
Good luck.
Yep. So anything else before we wrap up for this week?
Good luck.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yep.
Well, kind of. Maybe like a third of luck.
Okay. All right. So, as always, want to thank everybody for watching. If you like what she's doing, make sure you subscribe. And
drop a follow.
What's that?
Drop a follow.
Drop a follow? What does that mean? To follow you? You say drop a follow now?
You don't know what that
No, I've never heard that before. Drop a follow.
I don't know.
Okay. Drop a follow. Subscribe. I don't know what she's talking about. Subscribe if you like what she's doing. Thank you again to everybody in the NWA for the support, right?
Yes.
Because there's been a lot of people supporting what you do.
And we have an upcoming interview with...
With who?
Thunder Rosa.
Yep.
And possibly Ziggy Dice.
Yep. But I know that you're thrilled to talk to Thunder Rosa, right? That's right.
Whenever she comes on, like, her, like... introduction, you're like, that's your girl.
Yeah. Yep. So again, thank you everybody. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you have a great week, and we'll be back soon. See you later. Bye.